Hey, this is Brian from DisableMyCable.com, and today I'll be talking about why I'm switching from Verizon 5G home internet to T-Mobile 5G home internet after 2.5 years with Verizon. Now, the first reason is cost. I've been paying $50 a month for Verizon home internet, which I think is a good deal, and it's been very good for me. It's been very reliable over the past at least 1.5 years. The first few months it was a little bit shaky and I had to do some restarts, but it's been very reliable since then, and I haven't had any downtime with Verizon since then. But I recently got an offer from T-Mobile to get their home internet service for only $35 a month because I am a customer of Mint Mobile Cellular. And since Mint Mobile is owned by T-Mobile, they are extending Mint Mobile customers that discount. Now, if you are a Verizon Cellular customer, you can get that same $35 rate for Verizon. But let's talk about the second reason, which is download speed. T-Mobile advertises download speeds of being between 133 to 415 megabits per second on all of their plans, while Verizon throttles their download speeds on each of their plans according to the price. So on their lowest price plan, the download speed is limited to 100 megabits per second. In my experience so far, T-Mobile speeds are not throttled at all. In fact, I've gotten download speeds as high as 950 megabits per second on T-Mobile, whereas with Verizon, I had never seen a speed more than 350 megabits per second. Now, my typical download speeds with T-Mobile are more like 400 megabits per second, but that's still faster than any speed I've seen with my Verizon gateway. So for me, T-Mobile is a winner in terms of download speed as well. Now, if you live very close to a Verizon tower and far from a T-Mobile tower, your results may vary, and for some people, Verizon might be the better deal. The third thing I like about T-Mobile is the gateway. Now, I have the G4AR gateway. Right off the bat, I like the fact that it has a display right in front with a 5-bar signal strength meter. My Verizon gateway does not have a display or any signal strength meter. The new ones do, but those only have 4 bars. So the T-Mobile meter is more sensitive and gives you more precision. That may not seem like a big deal, but that extra resolution just helps you fine-tune your position better. But what I really love about the T-Mobile gateway is the cellular connectors on the bottom, these 4 gold connectors. These allow you to connect your own cellular antenna to the gateway. And when people have done this who have had poor bandwidth, it has really improved their bandwidth tremendously. So I really love that feature as kind of insurance in case my bandwidth ever goes down because of something out of my control. Like I know they're building a tall building a few doors down. And so that could in the future impact my coverage. And I know that if that happens, I can just buy an external antenna and that should improve my bandwidth. Now here's the bad news. T-Mobile's G5AR gateway does not include those connectors. And they're rolling that out this month, July 2025. I don't know how much longer these units will be available, but for me personally, I'd rather have the older unit with these connectors than a newer one with new features and Wi-Fi 7 and other things like that, but without the cellular connectors. The other thing that I like about the T-Mobile gateway is that the Wi-Fi strength is stronger than on my Verizon gateway. So with my Verizon gateway, I wasn't able to reach my Ring cameras outside of my house, whereas with my T-Mobile gateway, I'm able to reach those cameras without using an external Wi-Fi router, which is what I was doing with my Verizon gateway. Now, in all fairness to Verizon, this is an older box, and their newest gateways are supposed to have better Wi-Fi performance. So that may not be an issue if you're kind of considering the services right now. But let me talk about one area where Verizon is vastly superior to T-Mobile, and that is in the adjustability and settings that they provide to you for their gateway. Now, with T-Mobile, if you log into the web interface on the gateway, you will basically find just a status page where you can't change anything. In order to change any settings on the T-Mobile gateway, you have to use the T-Mobile T-Life app on a phone, which I already don't like because I don't want to have to use my phone and to be dependent on an app to access the settings on the gateway. I just would like to log into the gateway directly. That's how it's done on Verizon. You can control it right through a browser. But in addition, there are very few settings on that T-Mobile app that you can change on the router. For example, you can't even turn off Wi-Fi, which is something you would want to do if you wanted to connect your own Wi-Fi router to this unit. With Verizon, you have access to controls for a guest network, an IoT network, pass-through mode, DMZ, pinholes, port forwarding, and a bunch of other stuff. I don't even know what it's for. Just to give you an idea, you can even adjust the brightness of the LED on the front panel by using the control panel through a browser, which I think is really fantastic. So if you love tweaking those things, if you want to set up some exotic settings with port forwarding and stuff like that, then you're going to want to go with Verizon. Most people, though, won't want to mess with those things or won't know how to mess with those things. And for most people, the T-Mobile gateway will be fine, although I wish they had included a way to shut off Wi-Fi in their app. Now, as a workaround, there is a third-party app that allows you to log into your gateway and at least turn off Wi-Fi so that you could use it with an external Wi-Fi router. If you are thinking about either of these two services, I would recommend talking to people in your neighborhood to see which one is faster for them. If you want more detail on either Verizon or T-Mobile, check out my website, disablemycable.com, where I have detailed reviews of both of these services. I hope this video was useful for you. Please leave me any questions below. I will try to answer all of them. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, disablemycable.com. Thanks a lot.